Hey guys, so we're gonna do a quick unboxing. Then we'll probably do a video of it working. Anyways, if you guys have seen our videos, we got our first Roomba. It was a 960. It's been a few years now, and I'm obsessed with it. I should have got it a lot sooner. But technology is always improving, obviously, and our old one needs a whole bunch of new parts. It still runs fine. It's a little loud sometimes, and we're gonna keep it. Probably slowly, eventually upgrade the parts to it. We've done the rollers, and we've done the brush, and obviously the filters, but it needs new wheels. Probably needs a new battery pack and stuff, but it'd be good to have for like when the basement's finished and stuff. So I've been watching new ones, and mind you, when we bought our 962, it was older. They had newer ones out on the market available, so, but it's been awesome. So we decided we were going to upgrade instead of spending a whole bunch of money on all the parts right now for the old one. There's a few reasons why. Just technology obviously is better. So this is supposed to have like 10% more suction ability, which is awesome. And then it's also supposed to avoid obstacles like power cords, shoes, socks, which underneath our TV stand, it always tends to take like our surround sound cords or unplug our TV sometimes. So it would be really nice if it didn't do that. Granted, I still want it to clean under there, but, and then it also is supposed to avoid dog poop or puke, which we don't really have a problem with. Now, Knox will puke every so often in the house if we don't catch it fast enough. And so I know, but we've heard horror stories. So that's also a benefit, and they will actually replace it if it does not avoid it. So that's another perk to the new one. Anyway, so we got a Roomba J7, so I'm going to open it so you can see. We ordered ours from Best Buy. It's like $250 off right now. The only issue is that we've ordered stuff from Best Buy, and their packaging is always crap when we get it shipped to us, and the store had kind of mentioned that sometimes they're crappy on when they ship, so our box is very beat up, and it looks like the Roomba's moved around a little bit in here, which sort of sucks. So if it doesn't work or anything, we will be going to Best Buy.
And being a Best Buy thing, I'm having a brain issue.
We're a Total Tech member,
yes.
And I don't know if you know anything about Total Tech member, but you can pay a yearly fee, and you automatically get like a 2-year service warranty on any product that you buy. So we automatically have a 2-year service warranty on this. And then once that is up, you can extend it monthly. They give you a lot of deals. You get through customer service faster, all of that kind of stuff. So we use Best Buy quite a bit, so it was a no-brainer for us to have that. So here it is. This is the J7. Nice and sleek and black and all of that. One thing I should mention is you can get this 2 ways. You can get it the way that I did with just the charging bay, but you can, and that's the one that's $250 off. I don't know if the other one is, I didn't even look, but you can also get it where it's a charging bay and a garbage, and the same where it empties into the garbage dispenser. Now, I empty mine before I run it every single time. So for me, I'm like, I'm just gonna go the cheaper route because I don't really need to have this garbage thing sitting there that it's like, oh, it's convenient because you only have to empty it like once a week. I don't want it sitting there. I'm just gonna empty it every day.
We clean the filters a lot more than probably the average person, and
Yes.
so that's, like she said, she don't want it sitting there.
Yeah.
It gets you off your chair to do something different, and this is just a convenient thing, and that's why
we run ours every day, and Knox sheds like a son of a gun, so the amount of stuff that we pick up running this daily is annoying, but that's the one reason that I love it, is that yes, I still have my big vacuum to go underneath like stuff that it can't go underneath and down the stairs, but it still keeps everything at bay, which is nice. So, all right, so got the Roomba itself. It's got the charging cord that it came with. It's got instructions, like the instruction manual, the warranty manual that it came with. This is the brush. So it's an extra brush that you can put on there. And then this is an extra filter, it looks like. Yep,
Cool.
extra filter. And then the charging bay. And I think that is it. So we will take a look at this guy. So it looks like our garbage is on the back here still.
Lay it upside down on this so don't scratch
And
it.
it's a button. Okay, thank you. So there's a button here that pushes it out. And there you go. So here's your filter. And then I'm guessing, and then another button
Cool.
to empty your trash. And then you've got like your little kind of
Screen protector
screen
in there.
protector in there. So
Does it feel like that can come out that I can clean it easier, or is it sort of in there? Like you'd have to feed it through the bottom, maybe it looks like, or
no, I don't think it's easy to come out.
Perfect. Well, I don't think we can.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
I
this
see
is
that.
the button to get this open again. And then the filter, bear with me because I don't know what I'm doing. So the filter I think just pulls out, but I don't want to break anything, so I'm going to read the directions on how to pull the filter out.
Yeah. When we stitch them together for when it's running, we'll do a little synopsis on how that comes out after she reads it.
Yeah, so it's telling you too that you can clean this with water, just don't get your filter wet, which makes sense. Oh, it does just pull right out, sorry. So yeah, you just pull it straight
And with
out.
that piece now, look at that tin in there. Oh, okay, no, it doesn't show in there. I don't know if that came out
And then
there.
it just pops in, so that's good. And then we're gonna put it back in here. I don't really know how it was even in here.
I think it catches in and
Oh, okay, so you got this little piece that sticks out and there's the opening. And it just kind of slides in and clicks in. Super simple. The bottom looks very similar to the one that I have. You've got this little thing that pulls up and you can do your brushes.
are they square and like whatever, like the other one? Aren't they different pieces so you
They
can't
are.
get them wrong?
I don't know. Let's see here. Yep, looks like it. So there's a square, and then this one would probably be a hexagon.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, there you go.
And then it tells you in there, like your hexagon goes here and your square. This is a little bit nicer. I have my old one so I can show you guys the differences. The whole piece on my old one comes up instead of just this side piece here. Maybe I'll show you. I don't know.
Yours ain't clean today because we haven't ran it yet. You've been busy.
I haven't. I know. I'm gonna run the new one after it charges. But same sort of connecting pieces. You know, connectors to charge on the charging bay. Everything kind of looks similar. These wheels are rubber. You've got this little wheel and it pops out to clean. Everything looks similar, just a little bit more fancier and upgraded. Oh, there's little brushes here. I have a little brush here too. So that is the J7. Like I said, wasn't like ours died. Our 960 is still running. It's just, it needs some upgraded parts. And we were just looking for the upgrade.
And the price was right. It was
Exactly, the price
250
is
bucks
right.
off. And I think the parts when I was eyeballing them for the other one were $120 or $140.
Well, it depends on how far you want to go. And I think that we do need to revamp my old one. And I'll go over that right now here with you guys. But if you see, the bumper comes out kind of a little bit more. From everything that I have been reading on it, it's supposed to, so our old one, when it's going into things, even with mapping, it'll hit it like really hard sometimes.
Spills my coffee on
And
my
I'm like,
desk.
holy smokes. And so this one is supposed to be a little bit more easy on it. Now, reading reviews, some say it is, some say it isn't. The other thing is that even though it says that it avoids like your shoes and your socks, it has taken plenty of shoestrings along with it in people's videos. So obviously it's not perfect, but you know, the technology is getting better.
It makes you more lazy because again, Melissa sets it off, watches it
Every day.
and it does
Oh
its
my God, I
thing.
love it.
And so then we bust the real vacuum out maybe once a week, once a
Yes,
week. It depends on like
I
what days
know.
I'm working because she's always busy and stuff.
And then I did a video on the mop. I got the
Yeah.
mop and I love that thing too. So it's like I run the vacuum, then I run the mop, and it just,
yeah,
it's been great.
The convenience is nice. Our whole house is like hard floors, so.
Yep. So this is the 960. So right off the bat, you can kind of see that they're similar in size, pretty similar. Everything is about the same that works. Like when I lift it up, the wheels come down and that one does too. They look to be what about the same height?
Yeah, I'd say so.
This one I think is a tiny bit taller.
Yeah, yep, it is a
It's
little
a tiny bit tall, tiny bit taller, not much. This is not here, so this is what usually detects if it can't go underneath something. So I'm not sure.
That's why it's taller. That whole bumper piece might be it.
So on here we have like our home button and we have like a Wi-Fi button and our on button. There's only one button on this new one. There is a difference. So on my 960, you just push this button down and pull this out. And my garbage thing is quite a bit bigger. I noticed that when I first pulled this one out. It's actually quite a bit bigger than this.
That sort of stinks when a dog's shedding, but we'll see how it does.
Yeah,
it tells you when it needs to empty.
But the filter and everything is inside of here, where it's on the outside of this. So I don't know. But it is, I mean, that's a decent difference in size for garbage. So I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. And then on the bottom, so here's the pieces that we need to update. So we have already done new rollers. Now I'd love to talk about the rollers. Somebody had told us that they had a problem because their dogs would shed quite a bit and these would always get bound up. My suggestion would always be rubber rollers. So we have quite a few friends that use these, and those brush ones, Knox would have killed it and he would have murdered the mower in about not even 5 times, probably less than that. When he's in shedding season, this picks up so much dog hair. Usually we're okay, but on the really bad times, it's just covered in dog hair. And not to mention, my girls have long hair, I have hair, so rubber rollers are the way to go. Like those old school like brushes, it's getting matted in no time. So we have not had any issues whatsoever with the rollers not working, getting bound up, any motor issues, anything like that. This is our second set. We've only changed them out once, but you can see they get a lot of wear and tear. Like if hair really gets strung on there, or just because they're rubber, they're kind of like wearing down. So these need to be replaced.
This is a highly loved, highly used tool.
You can wash these in, and forgive my dirtiness because I just grabbed it right now. I haven't washed it down. I do wash them in soap and water, to get them clean.
Gets it going. And
we've replaced this several times. What I usually do is buy a filter pack, and this particular model would come with a few of these, a few filters. So we've replaced this quite a few times, and these will start to kind of wear down and get singed off, and hair kind of gets stuck in here, so you have to like take it off. And this wheel pops off just like the other one will, and you'll kind of get hair stuck like that. And so when I do like a deep clean of all of the pieces, we'll kind of pull that off and that pops in there. But you can see I've never replaced these wheels, and you can kind of see that the rubber's wearing down.
It's like a forklift inside of a warehouse. The rubber just breaks down, and this is again used daily. If we're home, it has ran once for the day.
And like it's still usable. It still has tread. You can kind of feel the grooves, but they should definitely be replaced. And then I've never replaced the garbage compartment, which they do suggest. I've never replaced the battery, which they do suggest. So overhauling and just getting new parts on this is great and everything, because the motor and everything is still running and going, and having it as a backup or whatever is fine. But I was like, if I'm going to do all of that right now, I might as well upgrade to the technology and have a backup. We've always wanted, once we started using them, we always are like, we should have a couple on hand. When the basement's finished, we can use it down there. When bedrooms are clean, generally when we run it, we shut all the bedrooms and the bathroom doors, and then we run it just in the main living area because the kids leave stuff on their floor and all of that stuff. So like when things are really tidied up, we can open door, whatever the case is. So we just thought we would upgrade and go from there. So there's some differences, not a whole bunch, but I am very interested to see how this works. Like Brian mentioned, I never run this when I'm not home. Now, a lot of people don't like that. I know when I had gotten my mom a vacuum like this, and it was getting stuck places and things like that. And I was like, well, that's why I don't run it when I'm not home, because you just never know. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the last time we've ever had a dog accident in the house that we've had to clean up, but I don't want to take that off chance I decided to run the vacuum and that's what happened. Now, yes, this new one has this guarantee, but like, I don't want to do that. The other part of it too is that it does get stuck. I mean, it's supposed to have all this mapping technology, but nothing is ever perfect. So I've had my work chair forever, and sometimes it can't navigate. It'll just push itself underneath the things, and then it can't figure out how to get itself out. I've had, you know, we have bar stools, and it's like, go, you mapped it out, go under the bar stools. It decides it's a barrier and doesn't go under or get stuck. And it's, you know, like it gets stuck on our stairs sometimes because we have like a little lip, and it just happens. And then what happens when it sits there is you come home, your house has not been vacuumed, and your vacuum's dead.
Yeah.
So now you gotta wait for it to charge. So just for us personally, like I don't run it if you're not, I don't, many people do. We just don't. I just don't wanna take the chance that, so that's like my routine. I get up in the morning, I'll do dishes, I'll do laundry, I start the vacuum. And it runs for probably at the most an hour. It's usually less than an hour, gets everything and docks itself. So, yeah, that's just what we do. And anyways, huge lifesaver. I wish I would have gotten them sooner. I'm glad I have them, so I'm happy about that. But
first world problems.
Definitely, if you have ever been contemplating, and yes, they are expensive. Here's the other thing, like I would probably stick to like bigger brands, Roomba, Shark. There are some on Amazon that people have said are really, really good, but I've seen some of the other lower end models that just, I don't know, pieces seem to fly off, and you know, they just don't map as well. I don't know, but I haven't tried them all, so what do I know? Yeah. You know, I mean, we've been happy with the Roomba, so we just stuck with that.
See you when she's running, guys.
Yeah, so we'll charge her up and show her how it goes.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, so we have our new vacuum fully charged. I pulled my app up on my phone so that you can kind of see. It's saying let's get started by having, all of my things are named after Adam's family. So this is Pugsley, our new guy. And I'm just gonna get rid of this so you can look. So you can kind of see, like, this is our old vacuum, this is our mop is up here, and then this is our new one. So it's fully charged, ready to go. Super easy to set up. You just add a new device, and then you can scan the QR code, but it was not easily accessible, so I just ran through, like it picked it up immediately, and I just said set up the new one and just connect to your Wi-Fi. You can start it here. I'm actually going to start it off the button just because I'm going to talk a little bit about, this is the charging bay for the new one. This is the charging bay for the old one. So you have your connection on the side here. The new one is a little bit bigger, as you can see, but the neat thing is that you can wrap your cord around here so that you don't have all the slack sticking out, and then it just connects into the back here. And then when I had it all on, you get a little like white light that comes up on here to know that it's charging. It doesn't stay on for very long, and then
but it shows you on your app though that it's like charging, correct?
Yeah, and then you'll even be able to see, like in the app, this little lightning thing says that it's connected, and eventually the lights will go off once it's been plugged in for a while. So we're gonna start it. So that's sort of what my mop does, makes that sound, and then it starts.
And being brand new, it's probably got to learn the house, so this will be a longer cleaning session.
Map.
Go for a ride.
It is a lot quieter.
Uh-oh. I think I pissed it off, but wait. Think about it. Woo! What does it say at the thing?
Going home.
It ain't done.
I think you made it mad.
I pissed it off by taking you for the ride along on the what's his name again?
Pugsley.
Pugsley. I'll remember that eventually. So, is it going home still or no? Because I took the weight off of it.
Yeah, it smells like it is.
Oh. Well, this is what
Let's do this again. You don't put things on it.
I won't. Come on, we wanted the ride along. It's like going in the dishwasher. Yeah, I put the GoPro in the dishwasher for the, or not, the wash machine.
Did it work?
Yeah, that was our review on the second review on it. We went for a ride along, so gotta go for ride alongs. So yeah, as you can see, I technically difficulted it with the GoPro putting on it, and I shouldn't have done that. So I'm not gonna do it on this ride along. Maybe when I map the whole house out, I'll try to slap it back on there. We go for a real ride along, but yeah. So this is what it is, and yeah. Thank you for watching. Anything else you gotta say there, boss? You good? Good. Thanks.
Right now it says on the app like discovering and cleaning, which means it's gonna end up mapping. So
just a little bit of weight on the GoPro pissed it off, so I wanted to go home. I didn't think something was right. So yeah, pretty dang cool for what it is. So
Quiet.
thanks, guys.
They programmed it.
hey guys, so we ran this yesterday. I want to run it again. Like I said, we do it every day, but I didn't. The only thing that I did was kind of go in the app. I sort of like that. I like having the app because you can go in and see like where it cleaned. It's like map. It's how long it took and all of that kind of stuff. And but I haven't emptied the dustbin or anything like that. And no judgments when I do because it's probably going to be gross. But on the thing here, you can see when you scroll down, you can go to your history, and when you hit this, it gives you where it went. Now, I haven't touched this because I knew we were going to do a video on it. So this is what they decided. They decided that this area was your dining room. This was like an unnamed room. This was your living room and the hallway. Most of this isn't accurate. So I'll go in and I'll change it all and save the map so that each room is labeled. And I don't know the last time my map did it. See if it'll come up right. So like I don't know, it keeps telling me that there was errors, but I have everything kind of mapped out with the map. So I'll go in and change it, just showing you that, you know, whatever. So anyways, this is just what it came up with on its own. So I'll go in, change the rooms and stuff like that so that it's all more accurate. There are ways like with these that you can be like, hey, go and clean just your living room or whatever. Now, I don't ever use that option, but you have it. So again, there's a button to release the bin here. And no judgments because it looks gross already. And then there's another button here to open this. So it was filled. It didn't tell me. So my old one would always tell me, see all the dog hair.
That almost looks like about the same amount. So
I know.
At least it fit it.
And my old one used to always tell me that the dustbin's full. Your dustbin's full. I can't, you know, this can't operate because your dustbin's full. This never told me that my dustbin was full, and it looks relatively full. And I just dumped a bunch in here too, so that's great.
I would bet that it would tell us, but every day she runs it, she cleans it, and then every couple of days is when I blow it out, depending how
Yeah.
bad the filter looks. We don't ever give it a chance to. We try not to let it get nasty. So again, it's not like she'd just run it right now until it was like, oh, it's full. And
I usually always take the filter out too. Sorry to cut them off, and just I kind of tap it on the edge, and Brian will blow the filter out every so often so it lasts a little bit longer. But I do that too. Sorry to cut you off.
yeah, no worries.
And then the other thing too is that like once a week I'll take like a wet rag and then I wipe everything down. So I'm gonna put this back, and then so that's the first thing I do. I'm gonna take it off and flip it over. So this looks actually really good.
I don't want to cut you off too,
No, it's fine.
but look at the wheels. So if this was the other brushes that she was talking about, those would be tangled in there. These will come off real easy because of
Yeah.
the rubber. So
this hair just kind of pulls off if you want it to. Usually we have more, and if it gets really tight, like you saw the indentations in the other ones, And then this usually has a lot more wrapped around it, like hair on it, so maybe it's a little bit different and it won't get so wrapped up. You can pull these out, and like sometimes hair will get wrapped here, you know, and I just pull them off and
give them a little cleaning.
Give them a little cleaning and anything that's kind of sitting in here. And then, like I said, when I do that once a week, I'll pull this out. I'll wipe all of this out with like a rag and stuff and get everything cleaned up. And then these you can wash Dawn dish soap and in some warm water and then let them dry.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy stuff where you spend, you know, like, so we got this on sale, but, you know, you're still spending money. You want it to last. So that's, you know, that's just easy PM work.
So the other thing is that yesterday, you can hook this up to like your Amazon, your Alexa and stuff like that. And I did at first when we got like our very first vacuum, but we ended up never really using the voice command, so I didn't keep it hooked up and I didn't hook this one up. I usually always would just clean all of this out like I did and then hit the button to start. Yesterday I did that and it kept telling me it wanted to go home. And so with my mop, I have to hit the clean button. It comes on, like wakes up, and then I have to hit it again to get it going. And this one made the same noise where it was like waking up, so I hit the button again to get it going. And I think maybe I was like hitting it too much, like I only really needed to hit it the once and it'll get going. And I was sending it home, I don't know, because I started it through the app and it went fine. So, I don't know, otherwise, cleaning wise, I do feel like it did a better job. I don't know why, like, it wasn't often, and I really shouldn't even say this because it's like I'm saying it was horrible, but you would just see like the old vacuum go and dock and stuff like that, and it'd be like, oh, there's a little bit of hair here, and the dog is in the house and the vacuum's on and moves around. It's not like it, you know, it can get everything, but I don't know, it seemed a little bit, I don't know, I guess better yesterday, and then it could be in my head because it's like a new one or whatever, but it definitely avoided obstacles. There's a light that comes on in the front, and so like when it's going, our old one would like go like beeline for whatever it was going for, and then it would smack into the couch, and it's like, goodness, you've been, you know, mapping our house for like years, why are you still smacking this so hard? And this one will get to it and then it stops, it doesn't hit it, and it turns around and goes. However, if it catches it like here or here, this isn't catching that. So it will still hit obstacles a little bit rough if it's catching them on the corners. That is one thing that we did notice, you know, that it does still sometimes hit them hard. But for the most part, as long as it's picking it up in the front, it'll go and it'll go really slow. Also, when it's coming back home, like it's got the light that it's done, it's completed its job, it turns its motor and everything off and just idles itself. And the other one didn't do that. It would just continuously keep vacuuming until it got back. Otherwise,
so far so good.
It avoided cords, didn't pick anything up. One of the things I wanted to mention, when I was setting it up in the app, it asked me if it could send us pictures. Like, I don't really know the whole details to it, but it was kind of like if it catches an obstacle, and I'm guessing maybe like an obstacle that's not normal, like not normally on the map, so like you got a power strip or something, it will take a picture of it and ask you how you want it to proceed moving forward. So I allowed it to do that. I didn't get anything like that yesterday, but there was nothing really for, you know, that it ran into, but it was kind of neat.
That'd be like one of its way. It might avoid the landmines or puke if you decided to run it when you're not at home.
Yeah, and so, you know, I mean, I clean up before we start it. You know, I pick up the shoes and put them in the garage, and I get everything off the floor. But with the kids home and stuff like that, they're always dropping stuff and random stuff. They don't care if the vacuum is running. So we've had times where it'll pick up a pencil or it'll try to pick up like a hair tie or something. So I'm kind of interested to see what that looks like if we ever do get like a notice of like, hey, we detected this and it's not normal. How would you like to proceed? So maybe, like you said, I would read into the, I haven't read into it too hard, but they do say that if the vacuum does not avoid like dog waste or cat waste or whatever, they'll replace it. But I feel like I also read somewhere that that's only good for a year. So definitely read into it because I don't want to give anybody the wrong information. Again, that is a positive of this vacuum, but not what was on the top of our list as to why we upgraded. So So if that's something that's really important to you, know that it could only be a limited amount of time. So anyways, I'm happy with it. We're gonna get it all ran now that we got it out and picked up quite a bit of stuff. I don't feel like it was, like I said, like Brian was saying, the dustbin looked bigger on our old one, but it still looks about the same amount. So no issues there.
So yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you out there.
Yep, thank you.